Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. I am going camless today, and Streamlabs posting things in chat that I don't see in chat, so I don't even have Streamlabs open, but it's posting it in a different chat. But it's popping up on the screen anyway, so let me get. We're doing some Final Fantasy today. I'm going camless because I'm frumpy today. So I'm feeling frumpy today before I get ready for work, so I'm just not fully presentable for public consumption. So prepare for some ding ding donks. Controller plug it in. Get things cut over to the game here. Music. Alrighty. Early morning start, so it shouldn't be too long of a wait on the queue here. My controller will be connected. My controller's deciding to be a pain. There we go. Oh, only 9 players. I think that's the first time I've seen it not double digits in quite some time. So to adjust a window here. Just checking latencies here between what I see and what you guys see. I've got it set for low latency. It's about a 12-second delay. That's not too bad. That's better than last time. Much longer delay. Not exactly moving subtly through this region. Someone a luncheon toad. Is that again a toad that's going to have me for lunch, or a toad that I'm going to have for lunch? So it's still one of the many questions in my head about the naming convention of things. So we're moving through this area, trying to figure out why the forum is moving a whole lot of material, plants and animals and such, out of this area. Kind of an odd reorganization time for them. They just did one. They're not exactly telling all the workers that are doing this stuff why they're doing it, which is typical of bureaucracies. Hey, we're going to do all this work, but we're not going to tell you why. I'm trying to think, have I already attuned this Aetheryte? Or not? Yeah, because that's the only Aetheryte currently showing on my map. So that's the one I've already attuned to. Great tomato. Oh, what the heck? Just as a quick little refresher, let's just fight the straight tomato. Set a prowl that way. Check for at the top of the hill. Oh, yep, there she is, still staring at that, oops. Still staring at that emotion flower. The mood flower.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
She who?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Ah, somebody's gonna channel Heidelin for us.
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wish that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you.
Also, it depends on me whether or not somebody else gets ferried to the ethereal sea of souls.
Take the flower. Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
So we're gonna have a flower
That
as
was
our
all too brief.
central icon.
Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first, so weak and tenuous it was.
Sorry, just checking something.
Once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go.
Of course.
Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
That doesn't sound good coming from Alice A. I like those veiled hats on the other two.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
Yeah?
We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Linus, we're just asking to see what's going on.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact.
So you don't mind if we know what's going on, you just don't want us to know what's going on right now.
With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Among your children, disruptive foreign elements.
What then
yeah,
is
that's
to be our
Father
fate?
of the Year
Will
material
you
right
put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
Keep your mouth shut. Usually it's your defense attorney, not the prosecutor.
This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Just checking the computer setting here real quick. Okay. Turn my microphone up a little bit in the computer settings. I was still a tad low volume-wise on the mic.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
Yeah, not exactly interfere, just see what it is.
They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Defend yourself. Yep. Pissed off, pretty potato.
Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Like that spiral rings of tables
A
set
terrible
up.
enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society.
Right, so I've always done it this way.
And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
Huh.
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
Okay, interesting timeline.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Stop himself, or did somebody else stop him? So they found something studying the sea.
We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore.
To basically turn the whole area into a bomb shelter.
Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Talking about yourself now here?
Father, Master Fortuner, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty. I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
You tell him, Alpha.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
To kick us out of town.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No.
Somebody tells you not to read a book?
Go
read that book!
Discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Order! We will have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Looks kind of like limited numbers to me.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The
Yeah.
proposal is passed.
It's about 50-50, so yeah.
Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
I kind of wonder about the differences between those wearing the veiled hats and those not. Is it a rank difference? Is it a matter of personal preference? You know, what's going on there? I'm sure it's a personal preference thing. Just give me 1 second here. There we go. There. Now everything should be visible. These investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the form discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn a lot more of substance here in Charlie. So let's go see. We'll have to go visit the ethereal sea. Overall picture has grown clearer, yes. But that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may, this father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alphino, Alice, it is you! Mom! I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum. I came as swiftly as I could. So very glad they allowed you to stay. But Mother? Mommy! Amelance Levelure at your service. Millions Levelure. And you fine people must be the scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches Father that you were here. Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? Well aware that you and Master Farshino are not on the best of terms at the moment. But I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go, visit your home. We will be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure. Tasselhoof, what do you think? Go visit Mom. Tasselhoof? The Tasselhoof Burfeet? What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Tasselhoof, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. And then she was gone, and with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. So we're off to go see the childhood home of the first two scions we saw at the very opening cutscene of the game. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Tasselhoof? Though it seems we shall have enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? I'm going to have to escort these two. Fine. If we're going, let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away? Childhood toys? God, never mind. Levelure Estate is that way, straight down the stairs. Come on. Now accompanying me, keep it on my side, yada yada yada. Alice is afraid I'd do a panty raid on her room. Just the bridge. When Alice and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. Now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. As children, Alpha and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless, leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment. Came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. Controller, thank you. And here you are at last. Please, do come in. Plung, plung. It's a fair amount of servants there.
Oh, my lady.
And you know there's probably a handful more back in the back, cleaning things up and cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. Not just the 10 right here facing us.
What? What are you gawping at? Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations.
So you're the Scion's benefactor, silent
Fortunately,
benefactor.
they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid, the triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
I don't know if I should be flattered or what.
'Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
At least have some place we could go sit. I've pretty much been on my feet since we got to town.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Is it me or are those rockets on the sides of her boots there?
Oh,
Kinda look like
look
rocket
how
pods.
well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
it's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphinaud.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you would allow me, Master Alphinaud.
This is where he gets his sage gear.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Just more practical to have those out and about instead of collecting dust in a storage room somewhere. Soul
I am
sage.
told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fourcheneau has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission. That's kind of what she's saying.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
I'm thinking I might try Sage here for a while. Not immediately. But I'm not usually a good healer type player. But Sage is more focused on damage and healing, and not necessarily healing with a touch of damage now and then. So Alondra and I shall refrain from inquiring as to content of private told stories. Much suffice as will these tokens of home that we carry with us, gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. Enough sentimentality. Let's return to the annex and join our companions. Help them reconcile with their father. They might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide. The flower bequeathed to you by Hydaelyn is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident once we heard your report from Fafnir, we'll be well equipped to plot our next move. Okay. I'm going to start this quest so I have the markers. Probably get through a couple more cutscenes. Then actually, I want to continue with some of the Eden quest line that I was doing.
Your time in Fafnir has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Fafnir.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fodola's report, they were unable to free the Emulger. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained. And I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope, and I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none.
And small left town.
Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Cryo, Yostola, and myself. The remaining Scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Nah, she's gonna come in. She's gonna be the butt.
That she does. But I think Alize herself would assert that she's at her best when she's charging onto the breach. And from what I recall from the Grand Cosmos, there's a spring in her step when she fights by your side.
Ye gods, will you never let me hear the end of that? Rest assured that I will do what is asked of me, regardless of who I happen to be standing next to at any given time.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Rads at Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
Let's go.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
If you don't mind a little aether sickness. Excuse me. Oy. The Hazma Hatchery. Okay. That's Han unattuned. So I can go to there. No, this one. Next piece of the puzzle. That's the one I was looking for. That's the Eden quest. Amarang. So it comes right in front of the boomerang. It's an Amarang. Pay attention to where you're flying now. It's a different storyline than what we were just experiencing, so. So I had to go into the empty to get out of the empty. And I had to get her out of the empty. Find our contact from the Crystarium. Something's been on my mind. Let's not talk here because there's big nasty beasties over there. I first spoke to Thancred and Oriange about what I'd sensed in the empty. Part of me wished we could have just left it alone. I guess I was scared of what we'd find. But now that we've found Eden, I know that I made the right choice. And if I'd given in to my fear, I probably would have spent the rest of my life wondering what might have been. From now on, whenever I hear that voice inside telling me to run away, to hide, I won't listen. That's not who I am anymore. Even so, all the courage in the world is not going to help me decide what we should do with that girl when she wakes up. Do you remember what she said right before she passed out? Why am I here? What is happening? What if she's being controlled or forced to act against her will? Whatever the case, it's clear she's not a monster. She's a person like you or me. Obviously, she knows something about Eden, and we need all the information we can get. But more than that, I just want to help her, to find out who she is, and if there's anything we can do to help her. On the other hand, we mustn't forget that she's already attacked us once. What's to say she won't try it again when she wakes up? If she keeps us from reclaiming the empty, it will be all my fault. It's no good. I can't make up my mind. What do you think we should do, Tasselhoff? Talk things through with her, even if Mitzelk had his reasons. Let's hear her out. Say there's not much we can do until she's awake. Sorry, I shouldn't be trying to decide her fate before we even know who she is. Yep, that's the... In the meantime, we'll have to be patient and hope she comes around soon. Until then, I'll try to concentrate on the here and now. Speaking of which, I still need to see to Oriange's errands. The people we're on our way to meet lent us the Sky Slipper and most of the apparatus we've been using. Since we've been sworn to secrecy, I assume the same applies to them and their colleagues. Anyway, once that's over with, we can find a place to relax. Sorry, just stretching. Okay. Now that we're here, allow me to introduce you to two members of our inner circle, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to read through these, I'm going to hold them up for a second and move them through. There's folks here to give us a hand and lend us assistance. Have them keep an eye on the girl that passed out. Oh. Let's see. Fighting tenacity, spell speed, spell speed. I guess I could have, since I'm running Reaper right now, I could have gone skill speed. That spell speed will help with Sage when I unlock it too. I see. So you guys are talking about something you don't want us to know. Shame, shame. Okay, so who or whatever this Oracle of Darkness is. Okay. I've got no inventory space left. Is there a bell here somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, here to help with the very highly classified secret thing we're not supposed to tell anybody about. Her name is Gaia. Okay. So we're gonna have to go to Yulmore. Well, hello. So I think somebody's had a bit of a makeover here. Very goth, or not necessarily goth, very emo there. It's an interesting outfit. I've heard of off the shoulder, but that's a little bit much. She's complaining about her feet killing her, and she's wearing boots like that, traipsing across the desert. Yeah. Now, it seemed to me... Okay. All the cutscenes. Don't want to bore her back to sleep. So we're gonna let her in on the big secret, but keep an eye on her anyway. Yeah, just have one of those faces. There's a lot of potatoes with goatees and pearls in the middle of their forehead. Oh, excuse me. Big yawns and stretches. Barry tells me. Oh, that's a big dude. I can hear its voice in my head. It whispers to me and lets me use its power. Magic, I suppose you could call it. Not that I know much about that sort of thing. Or alloweth thee to tear open the fabric betwixt realities, that thou mayest call forth the aether-starved denizens of what remained of the 13th. What's this supposed to mean? Are you just spouting random words at me? So she can do it, but she doesn't know what it is or how she does it. Insufferable prattle is already giving me a headache. Yeah, that's Oriange. Minfilia was inside me. Similarities cannot be ignored. It was early to say with certainty, Gaia may well be the Oracle of Darkness. Boom, boom, boom. Used as living host by an Ascian, have no recollection of events that occurred during their possession. This I know from personal experience, yeah. She heard the voice within, much like you and Minfilia. Though Ryan was very much her own person, Minfilia's presence did exert a change upon her outward appearance, granting her hair and eyes a hue akin to that of her dear departed friend. They both had black hair too. At least I think they did. Can't remember. Aha. Not hosting out, imprisoning her in Yulmore for a while. And recount the whole tale. That is the Shadowbringers expansion. Is the intervention of this fairy with whom she speaketh. So the fairy reacted to it in some way, and for whatever reason made. So the fairy inside her made her go after Eve. She's ready to go back to Eden. Fairy wanted something from Eden, and knowing what that is will bring me a step closer to discovering exactly what has been living in my head all these years. Yeah. Memories aren't going to restore themselves, certainly not through idle chit-chat. So I'm going, and that's that. Very abrupt. Can't leave her to her own devices. Come on. Yeah. Very, 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 very abrupt type person this is. Something's wrong. Needed to do that first. Get away from me. Oh boy. We got to go fight something off, or are we going to watch her fight something off? Since our destination point was white and not purple, I'm guessing she's going to fight it off. That is one big, ugly antlion. didn't seem to do much of anything at all. At least not at first. Okay. That was a doom spell, I guess. As a countdown before you go boom to your doom. What am I? You're the container for the big bad boss we're gonna have to fight at the end of this quest line. Total guess. Just, you know, knowing story construction as I do. You're all gawping at. It's there, but it's not every day I see magic like that. So this is the power of the fairy you spoke of? It's whispered to me, telling me what to do. That's how I came to use its power. There are things I can't even explain. Holes ripped in thin air, terrifying creatures crawling out, ghastly-looking blades and armor appearing out of nowhere. Worse is the dark energy. Its power, I feel as though it's only flowing through me and never truly mine. Even when it answers my call, it always takes a few moments for the spells to work. So in summary, you don't have control over the magic. It's not as if I ever tried to control it. I haven't made a habit of fighting wild beasts. Fortunately, it's part and parcel of traveling through Almorang. I understand you want answers, you're not going to find them unprepared as you are. Hard to set on this, we'll help you. Seriously considering taking Gaia to see Eden? Yeah! I'm telling you what might happen if she loses control again. Safest option is for her to stay away until our work is done. So we can keep an eye on her. It's for her own good. At present, we know precious little of Gaia's origin, still less of her powers. She is indeed the Oracle of Darkness. Her presence may complicate a task, placing our mission in jeopardy. In full knowledge of the risks, do you still wish to pursue this course? Yes. I do. Wasn't so long ago I was living in isolation, being held against my will. Maybe the people keeping an eye on me thought that was for my own good too. But if we shut Gaia away for our own convenience, we're no better than Vothri and Runjit. When someone is in need, we must reach out a helping hand, not push them away. Now it's my turn. To do for Gaia what you've all done for me. This is the path I've chosen. Good enough for you? Can't say fair on that. How about you? As long as you know the risks. Danger Arianage spoke of is all too real. If you're prepared to go through with this, we'll be right beside you. If we're gonna go, let's go already. Again, snooty, hoity-toity. Let's go ahead and write a nightmare to our craft. That's literally what that is. That is a nightmare. Yeah, let's park the tallest guy on top of the luggage for the ride out. That's a good idea. Eden, where I'll find the answers I seek. Yeah, like, the first answer would be, how to properly wear a coat so it goes over your shoulders, not halfway down your elbows. You mean my past or my future? So Eden was the first scener, okay. What awaited on the path ahead, I couldn't say. But I had no choice but to take the first step. Blood and thunder. I just want to unlock the next Eden dungeon. Like, it's the same for me. It's like because Thancred freed me from Yulmore and I had a chance to see the world. More importantly, though, I met all kinds of people, and they taught me not to live in another's shadow, but to be myself. Maybe one day you'll have that chance too. Said your piece, have you? Hey, one day. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know how the great Oracle of Light sees such things. But for someone like me, who's only known life in Yulmore, there was no tomorrow. There was no future, only the here and now. And while we waste time on these meaningless conversations, I feel each moment of my life slipping away. Time. It won't wait. Not for me, not for anyone. I don't know how much longer I can hold on to who I am. Sorry, Gaia. Gaia? It's probably not even my real name. It isn't? When Thancred asked me my name, I couldn't remember. That's when the fairy whispered to me, Gaia. But if you grew up in Yulmore, surely someone there must know who you are. Everyone I once knew has either disappeared or had been turned into sin-eaters. Those whose faces and names I still remember, that is. In the end, we found not a single person who so much as recognized me. As far as I can recall, I've never been the most sociable person, but still. Yeah, I've kind of gathered that you're not the most socially accepted person. Even if that's not your real name, I think Gaia sounds lovely. If you're happy with it, then that's what I'll call you. And if you're willing, instead of the Oracle of Light, please call me Ryan. It's not the name I was born with, that's long forgotten now. But the one the people whom I consider family gave to me. Is that so? As much as I love to keep up this chatting, there's something that's bothering me. I thought the fairy would have reacted to Eden in some way, but so far, nothing whatsoever. From what I gather, it wasn't until Eden started moving that I appeared out of the blue. Perhaps if you were to actually try flying it somewhere, the fairy might break its silence. If you've got elements to restore or whatever it was, why don't you hurry up and get it over with? Can I lace that line with a whole ton of sarcasm? Let's make our way to Eden. Teleport over there from our little crystal shard here. Hello, Tyrant Juggernaut. Boba Babe. Names. So some of the names people come up with for their characters. Empty hath displayed no further signs of alteration. Stability, some may call this satisfied, but in truth it is passivity. Passivity stemming from light's ever-pervasive presence. If we are to break the status quo, we must needs employ a catalyst, a third element that shall rouse and stabilize those unleashed energies and activity. Therefore, I propose lightning! Rama! Rama would be Rama, yes? He's a guardian of the forest, not particularly keen on conflict. You fought him. He's half man, half beard, and another half beard for good measure. He has a lot of beard. But being a thunder that much beard, you're going to build up a lot of static electricity for the lightning attacks. So... guys, yeah, whatever. The Gandalf Thunder Plains is our next one. Yep. So we're going to go summon Rama at the Thunder Plains here in the first. Of course, we don't get to see the. I mean, the outside is just the all white blank stuff, so we don't get to see where it is we're at. We just see the inside of Eden. So, Eden versus Fulmination. That's what I was trying to get to. Okay. So I have to go back to the MD to be able to teleport out. Let's see, do I want to go ahead and unlock Sage now and run through that while we wait for the dungeon to pop? Because average wait time is 15 minutes. Or shall we do some more... Actually... let's just clear a couple other quests off the list here. So Maker's Quarter, I gotta go to Idleshire. I can't fly in the city. Once we get out of the city, we'll be able to fly just fine. Oh, I can't fire my guns or bombs when I'm flying. Darn. I don't even remember what that quest was all a part of. Oh, Alexander the Creator's Savage now accessible. Okay. Oh, that was okay. I remember what that one was for now. Let's see, the Fate of Stars. that's going to unlock another dungeon right away. I was going through to unlock a bunch of dungeons to have them available when they popped up in the tails. But actually, I think operating this facility terminal does a solo duty. We'll find out. Climb high, my feathered friend. Must ascend to the heights. Yeah. So actually, go ahead and withdraw from this for the moment. I'm gonna do this one as a little solo duty. Then I'll get back into the queue for that Eden. No idea what that thing's even doing. Oh. It's fighting Oriange because we're supposed to move on. Gotcha.
In the name of the Emperor!
Dismiss. Okay, surely you're gonna help me with this Colossus here? Ah! I needed to get within her shield. I didn't see it pop until too late. I mean, that was all me. Ember! Hi. How you doing today, Ember? No help for me. Yeah. No, I'm very easy. Normal. I'm just running through a little solo dungeon run here. Watch me die there. I know you're half awake. Well, yeah. It is a little early-ish for you, only 10:30. You know, some of us have been up for a while already. Orianji says he's going to hold that thing up. We're going to run on. Go for about 8:30. It's about an hour ago. Have you not had sufficient quantities of breakfast and coffee yet to get you going then?
In the name of the Emperor!
Go, you'll watch over her. Does not like coffee. Well, it is, especially if you got like a heater running or a furnace running. It's a drier time of year in general. The heater or furnace will dry out the air, so your sinuses, your mouth, there's not as much humidity there as usual. So see, I got in her barrier this time. I'll throw up another barrier of my own too. There. So yeah, barring having a humidifier running in your home. Drier air means drier mucous membranes, which means more irritation. And also the you know, basically you don't have the snot and spit in your mouth and nose to help fight and filter out a lot of that, so viruses and bacteria and bugs, not actual literal bugs, but, you know, cold bugs, rest on those membranes more easily. That's a doozy of a helmet. Expose the bones of the work. Now to extract the marrow. Oh, flu shot. Yeah, I mean, even that will do a little bit for you too. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head. I don't know that I can wear it, but I actually kind of want that he's got on.
Can you withstand this?
Can you withstand me?
There is nowhere to run! Can you withstand this?
Did I just beat him? Well, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's flu shot, blood draws for tests, and everything else. Oh, nice. Anemia's gone. Cool. Dude, go boom. Dude tried go boom, but he no go boom. I make him fall down go boom. Still like that helmet. Could you imagine being the armorer who has to make that helmet? My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path. You would slay me, no doubt, but it would be your final act. Yeah. Somebody like me comes along, damages or digs up that helmet, you gotta make a whole new one. But madness afflicts you, Orsian fools. The Emperor but desires a means to shackle the Icons and their destructive appetites. What do you rail against your own salvation? It is not for man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be as kindling, waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Allah, and invited the calamity in so doing. That orange, yeah, it's just the like the center eye and then the stripes to each side. Orange is your color? Yes, it is. But dying here in defense of this honor will not further his cause. Kind of has a definite Cyclops type look to it. Oh, and if well, I appear not to be dead. Ow. Yeah. Well, if I do any stone block on Saturday, I'll have to show you the room, Ember, that I made for you and Foxes. Because I was given a golden lasso with mini versions of you two. And I made a special room for you. Unless Mistress Kryl is here at my behest after all. I didn't make them. They were actually given to me. So I made a room to put the two of you in. I was logged on one day. There was a wooden storage crate with 2 golden lassos in it. One golden lasso had you, one golden lasso had Foxes. And it was an endeavor to make a room where he would quit killing you and burying you under the stone slabs. So I'd have the two of you in a room. I'd log out, log back in a couple days later, and it would only be Foxes. You'd be gone. So I had to separate you, but you're still kind of in the same room. Okay, cutscene to finish off this quest. Maybe. Oh yeah, there's just everybody else coming out. Yes, he accuses you of masterminding today's events. I'd have to go in and look and see, because it's the one we used in Pokemon where you made the golden egg. And when you placed the golden egg, it spun up and made a mini version of you. Then if you made a name tag with another player's name on it, and hit the mini version of you with that name tag, it would change their skin to that other player's. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can pull up the recipe and at least see what mod it's in. Even though we can't really make one right away. Well, we can't make them right away because we don't have eggs. And the recipe is golden ingots around an egg. And with their tendency to disappear, then they might not rule for long. Shove all into lassos, yeah. Yeah, again, if lassos, mod imprisonment tools, safari nets, because I'm sure a mod like one of those, a mod containing one of those is there. Let's see, raising stones. I don't want to do Mount Roulette. Need to see a mini Thorin. Actually, again, if I get into Stoneblock tomorrow after Levitated, I could make a mini Thorin and put him in there. I kind of want to make a mini Zine and mini Pine now too, to have a break room for them, since I'm not using the auto sieves. I wonder. Because I can pass through ineffable glass, but mobs can't. Could I build a second floor on that room that I have for you and Foxes? Make it a glass floor, and put another couple of minis on that upper floor. I don't know if she does or not. Jen has one of Bug in a spot in her floor. So, you found an inverted end city. Okay. Okay. Okay, going to get this quest. Started, because I want to run it as Sage for more experience once I unlock Sage. But yeah, Jennifer under her, when you're standing at her ME system, and sitting with a ship too. Wait till Saturday. We'll try to go get that Elytra. We'll try to go do that one together. I think with all 4 of us or 5 of us, going, those chokers won't be nearly as dangerous. Be a waystone there, okay. I like waystones better than the teleportation anyway. Just marked it, didn't go near it. Well, but you'll still need to give us the mark, because the rest of us still need to tag that waystone to be able to use it later. So okay, so we're queued up for Aiden's verse Fulmination. My controller just disconnected on me. What is this quest? Oh, yeah. Well, if you've put the waypoint, if you got the waypoint marked in your journey map, you can put that in. Jeez. You can just put the waypoint marker down, and we can all teleport. I can teleport to that too. Look down when we use it? Okay. Oh, so don't see the city right away? Somebody's afraid of elephants. Markers on top of the waystone, okay. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine having fun with it. It's sometimes fun making those marker points. Yes, have a bunch of anthropomorphized elephants being escorted by a girl who's afraid of elephants. Second waystone is no longer floating. Okay. But I think did you build under it or did you move it? Because if you moved it, I think we have to re-click it. What is this one up over here? The Dark of the Tower. Yeah. Put blocks under it. Okay. So that's the one whose space got obliterated when Fox's was testing his pickaxe, right? I put my Gishel Greens away. Fierce Denmark, cool. Next, Fox's is, yes, we know Fox's is insane. So I'm gonna help her get over her fear of elephants. ride our big green booty beast. Cast does fit the series, yes. Actually, you're gonna make me fight you, aren't you? Just had her back to the... She wasn't cowering that time. But yeah, given that that whole pack starts in the end. So, in the Dark of the Tower is the next quest. Wait on that. Is this one here? Oh, that's the one we're gonna run as that. Okay, yeah. The end is, yeah. I mean, it's modded so that we can still get, you know, our early resources. You know, make the making the endstone pickaxes and tools with the Tinker's Construct tables. Still need to find a way to get lava from the smeltery. But once, because we got Sterling Generators coming up in the achievement soon. So once we can make Sterling Generators, we can make like a Magma Crucible to make lava. But I think there's that. No, maybe that's Project E. I know there's an armlet that exists in one mod or another that basically lets you make lava from your hand. It's a lava armlet and there's a water armlet. Like I said, I think those are Project E. And I don't even know if that one's in Levitated. Rebuilding the Nether, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know that Project E is in the pack. See, PD Rose doesn't seem to be excited in this one.
Get ready!
Step on me, Daddy Roma. There's some people that kind of like Rama. Holy cow!
So, this is Ramu.
Okay. Yeah. Rama is a mount in this one. Magey McMageface. Oh, now come on. Yeah, PD Rose, I think we kind of figured you hated this one from your initial G's reaction when you saw which one you were in. Open blocks, okay. So the next question is open blocks in levitated? It is not, okay. Holy cow, those look painful. We got the summoner doing some crazy here. Oh, come on! Neither is Project E, okay. But see, that's what I can't remember. The lava armlet, I can't remember if it's Project E or Britannia. What? How? I walk and I die. My corpse is quite literally being carried through this fight. Controller. Yes. Oh. Ah. Okay. I mean, actually, Ember, if you want to, if you're in it now, and you want to practice some by just getting us a few more of the flowers, take any of the flowers that we've got, put it in a crafting table, get the petals, plant the petal, bone meal it to get a tall flower, and hit it with shears, and then we can get more petals out of the tall ones. We just want to see if there's anywhere any of the flowers were low on. We have so many. Okay. Yeah, Scooter, good luck getting that spell off. I know what you're going for there. Oh, you're down, okay. Stop getting hit. Okay. I'll hear about an hour and a half-ish when I need to wrap up and get ready for work. And you won't die. The Judgment Jolt. We can keep those in close. When he summons the spears. Arbiters with me. When he summons in those. Need to find a line they're not in. And get back. Jeez. Tonight, a little bit before my work shift is done, I'll make sure nobody's on, and I want to restart the server. Not reset anything, just, you know... Stratosphere Summoner summons. Drop those. I'm going to get back. That judgment jolt's going to hurt. Oh, come on. I was outside the range of that. Yep. At least we haven't done it. I mean, there's been a lot of death, but no full party wipes in this fight. So I'll definitely applaud everybody for that. Yeah, thunderstorms when he starts dropping lightning everywhere. Move, Magey McMageface! I'm looking in the console, I can see that you're on, so I'll warn you before I restart it. Just dropping the L3 limit break. Couple of hits in here at the very end. We got him. Yeah, nothing in here I really want. I don't think I have room for anything anyway. Doing more organizing. What is it? When I get in tomorrow, I'll have to look and see. There's something we're missing for a drawer controller. I don't think I can grab anything. I don't have any Chocobo saddlebag room. The squeezer that we already have, it doesn't get powered. You need to put a button on the front of it. When you broke it, you should have gotten a button as well. You put a button on the front. You right-click to put something in it, and then you literally have to jump up and down on it to squeeze the stuff out of it. But then when you jump up and down on it, it squishes whatever. Then you have to push the button on the front of it to reset it back to its open spot. Squeezer said no. All my life you were a constant companion, your voice ever seeping into my mind. Why then, of all times, did you abandon me? You broke it. Okay, so when you when you put it back down, do you have the button? Okay. Did you put the button on the squeezer? He's explaining the water cycle. Okay, so if you click the button, that should open the squeezer up if it's flattened. If not, it'll reset it. It won't do anything. Then you right-click into the squeezer with cobble. Then you hop on top of the squeezer and jump. If it doesn't, after a couple of jumps, if it doesn't go down, you need to center yourself a touch. Wind giveth rise to lightning, whose spark doth produce fire. By restoring both wind and fire in tandem, we may maintain balance to these dynamic and elemental forces. Ensuing battle should indubitably present an ordeal. Great. You need to jump on it multiple times. We're talking like 5, 6, 7 times to get that top all the way flat before it'll pop out the gravel. So make sure you have 2 or 3 blocks of space above your head to jump on it. That's why when I first said I had it sitting outside, because we had slightly low ceilings at first inside. Oops. You'll leave it be? Okay. See, Ryan, it's not just you. She's a total bitch around. She's that way around everybody. Or where we had it sitting next to the farm, there was still enough ceiling space for us to jump on. But when you first make that initial jump or two, it's easy to accidentally be on one of the corner posts. So if you just shift a little bit towards the center and then jump. Machines can be confusing until you get used to them, yeah. Messing with farms, yep. Until we get to the point where we can just machine all the farms. Auto farm, yep. We'll get there. It'll just be a different route than we do for most only. Yeah, it'll be a different route for most packs that we do. It's over here doing squats. Cookies. I just want to have coffee biscuits with me. They were doing squats to make it look like he was doing squats to make it look like he wasn't eavesdropping on this conversation that we're eavesdropping on. They're light and crispy. When you dip them in coffee, they go all nice and squidgy. I do what I want when I want. After all, the world could end at any moment. Well, you have to do what all the time? Squats? Or dip biscuits in coffee to make them go all squidgy? Eavesdrop. Okay. Well, now you have another method for making it look like you're not eavesdropping when you are. Let's stand off somewhere and do squats nearby. And she is being a complete and total bitch. Yes. So now we're going to be fighting Garuda and Ifrit, different forms of them at the same time. Ashfall. Fables speak of travelers sweltering beneath the blazing heat of the midday sun, while after nightfall slicing winds did tear at their cloaks. Wind and fire in equal measure. Oh boy! So am I going to be fighting both Ifrit and Garuda? Or are they going to be merged into one being that I fight? That's really what I want to know. Inverse Furor. Okay. So now we will go back to where we were for the oops. 11-minute average wait time on this one. See, now I need to stop bugging Pine about the Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond weapon quest line, and bug him about doing the Eden quest line. $4,300 hit points damage and didn't even make a dent in my HP bar. You just bug Pine. Okay. Like, what are these guys attacking and fighting? Oh, it's just training dummies. Never admit it, but you enjoy bugging people in general. Sorry, I'm reading an important post here in Discord, on somebody else's Discord. Sorry, somebody who was important in another streamer's community was recently removed, so... Yeah, I don't mind you bugging me. Fine calls you out on it, but still doesn't mind it. And if you get to a point where bugging me, you really bug me, I will let you know. It is kind of, yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip this cutscene. Tower of Zot is now accessible. That was no 11 minutes. No, you haven't gotten to that point yet. And actually, I mean that's not a fixed point either. There's some days where I might be more irritated by things than others. So Eden's verse, Führer.
It worked! Both wind and fire have answered the call!
Holy cow, look at Freet! That's a set of horns he's got on him. Nice top Garud is wearing too. A lot loading, so I'm not seeing all my animations. Oh, okay, I guess I didn't even hear me. There we go. Run away! Ouch! Okay, Garuda's done. We got a new friend now. Okay. Do this. Now, where'd he go? Oh boy! Garuda and the Freet are one. Ah! I didn't get out of the way fast enough. Oh, come on! Now you gotta move, so that's gonna break your spell cast, and you gotta move back to where I am. So give the spellcasters 2 seconds to stop moving so they can get a spell cast. dropping the limit break. Got him! Oh, and I leveled up out of it too. Nice. Oi! That was a doozy. I got 2 commendations out. I died twice. I still got 2 commendations out of it. that battle's a yeah. I'd love to see how Pine handles that one as a tank. Skill speed. Let's do more skill speed. Okay. Actually worked just like Oriana said it would. Yep. So we had lightning already. So we summoned wind and rain. We already had wind and fire. We already had water. So now we have weather. Whether or not we want it is a different matter. What happens when we restore ice? We get snow! The ground already looks rather white. Something the matter? Oh, Shiva! Shiva here in the source form. Oh, wow. Which is the impossible. While I'll still be nothing. No memory, no past, no family, nothing. The world has moved on and left me behind. Anyone who ever knew me is either dead or gone. So, Almighty Eden, you can mend this broken world, but you can't restore one girl's memories? Give me back my life, damn you! I still hunger. Ah! Extinguish the accursed light. Awaken our true power. Enough riddles. Tell me who I am! You are... I am... Gaia. Gaia. Gaia, what's wrong? Reclaim your memories. Fulfill your destiny. Yeah, that's not ominous at all. Nope. I don't understand. Gaia, can you hear me? Now, see, she's probably hearing a lot of voices right now. Amidst the sound of falling rain, your voice called from within. Long after the rain passed, your voice echoed on. Yeah, so let's get out of the rain, go back into Eden's core to talk some more. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm sure this is going to unlock another duty. I said duty. Is this going to bring the empty back the way it was before the flood? Not going to say for certain, but maybe. We reasonably assume that the empty shall continue to transform, and in the decades to come, regain a semblance of its former state. Decades? I don't think you've quite grasped the sheer scale of the damage left in the wake of the flood. It would have swallowed the entire world if Minfilia hadn't stopped it. Even if Ryan has inherited her blessing, wounds like that don't heal overnight. After all, the empty has been utterly devoid of life for 100 years. So a couple decades to heal isn't bad. It might take even longer than that to bring life back. I don't expect immediate results, but I do know it will stay like this forever unless we do something about it. My sentiments precisely. Only once the final element is restored shall we have a glimpse of the future that awaited those of the generations yet to come. Mariachi always with his big fancy speech. Here I am so absorbed in my own problems I spare barely a thought for anyone besides myself. Well, start by shifting your sleeves up on your shoulders and wearing that robe properly. Always telling me what to do, who to be. I was so scared of what might happen if I disobeyed. I didn't want to live like that anymore. I want to be me. Who am I? What am I? Perhaps it's better if I never find out. If Ryan's the Oracle of Light, here to mend this broken world, what does that make me? Will you go fill the water pitcher? Gaia, the Oracle of Darkness, bringer of misery and death. A monster. It's no wonder they left me. Mother, father, next it'll be all of you. Then I'll be back where I started, where I've always been. Alone. No, that's why Ryan invited you out for coffee biscuits. To make things all squidgy. Gaia, is it the fairy? What's wrong? Afraid I might lose control and ruin all your carefully laid plans? No, it's you I'm worried about. Ryan, I'm going outside to clear my head. You just do what you need to do, alright? Repeat of her first visit to Eden. We may be even joined by those void-sent friends of hers. Let's see what Gaia is doing, and I'll stay with Ryan. Oh, no. I want to stay with Ryan to summon the Shiva version here. But in many Final Fantasy elemental wheels and platforms and grids, there's the elements like we've been seeing so far, but light and dark are opposing, but separate from all the others. So finally, you remember. What is this? So we're gonna have to fight Diablo again. The darkness that dwells within you, Gaia. Cursed spawn of light are drawn to it, like moths to a flame. Pathetic, mindless, and I missed the rest of that. Sin Eaters. Now, the time of awakening has come. No, she don't wanna. So I think kind of interesting that Reaper, you know, accesses the void, has a void companion, and here we're helping the Oracle of Darkness in the source. I mean, this is a very unintentional, coincidental incidence. So we have to take care of these Sin Eaters in this darkness before we can see what the Shiva of this world looks like. Eden's Verse Iconoclasm. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Duty Finder. Take out Führer. Put in Iconoclasm and Tower of Zot. So we're running two separate quest dungeons here at the same time, depending on which one pops first. And I want to head back to the Great Work. I'm gonna see if I can't find, while we're waiting, see if I can't find a couple of the Aether Current quests. To complete so I can fly here soon. None of those are really the right color. Okay. So I haven't completed the right story quests to unlock the Aether Current quests yet. So let me double check how to unlock Sage. Starting job quest. Limsa Liminsa Lower Decks. It's a Charlian Maiden there. Okay. So let's go to Limsa Liminsa. The lower decks. While we're there, we're going to hit the summoning bell and stash a whole ton of stuff with the retainers. My inventory is full. Oh, that's not the direction I want to go. That's the direction I want to go. And is it me, or is Limsa Limit's a little decked out for Halloween? Oh. Nope, this is gonna lock. Dang it. Okay, Tower of Zot. Here we go. So there's a lot of lag when you first come into Limsa Limits as it loads everybody. So loading in the oh, dang it. Loading in your retainer sometimes takes an extra second. Dang it. I can't do that while the duty finder's waiting. I want to unload inventory space. I've been running all kinds of first times today, haven't I? Basic party. Ooh, I like that staff. Blade's Mercy. Big dude. Big stompy dude. Big stompy dude dead. Oh, we've actually got Urian J, Ystrola, and Cryo with us this time. Okay. Oh. Okay. First mini boss. Another 12 already, because that's what happens. Time passes whether you realize it or not. Controller, thank you. My time is too fast. It needs an overhaul, yeah. I need to take a look at the Lost Colony one. I think what this does. Yeah, soul sound to self change the action to harvest. Okay. No, I don't think I ever took a look at the box's pack. This is a very colorful boss here. How do I keep getting caught in that? .30 to 520. Pass. Scream at the clock now. Tower of Zot. I go the wrong way. Look at wearing a bird costume of some kind. This is a Three Sisters legend we've learned about before. I was clear of that. Got him. Hoi! Za, you got some pizza there, Ember? Getting close to lunchtime, so you're having some za for pizza now? Sickle! Might be a new weapon for me. You wish, yeah. Co-defending, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Oh, they already left. $515 to $520. That looks like an upgrade to me. And it lights up too. Oh, Panda Express, yeah. For the Monstorum Sickle.
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
So I know you mentioned what kind of call this was.
But this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick,
So you just
like
got
wading
an
through a
appointment.
quagmire.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart.
A doctor's appointment kind of
What
thing,
sayest
phone call.
thou, Stola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point.
I mean, if they call you early, they might call you 5-10 minutes early. So they're not going to call you now.
This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
But like a man's like leg, arm. Okay. Nice attack, Stidian. So it's a call for, okay, an interview about getting community service help. I gotcha.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Yeah.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
Managed to teleport everybody out of there. Doozy of teleportation spell, and yeah, he's wiped. So okay, so yeah, it'd be nice to get out on your own too. I mean,
where are we?
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
So we're gonna go make sure Grahati is still alive.
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know, let you know, counselors and everybody else connected with you know that. Yeah. Thorn is one of them, so
that explains the lack of obvious injuries.
Oh, there goes my alarm. Time to get ready for work.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Of course, letting your dad know these things are happening is a good thing too. Even if I'm just your internet dad.
Is what to do with our new friends here. They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
That's why she said Angelo. Angelo's just her flying pig, but still.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more Porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions!
Yeah.
We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
I didn't notice before he's got a tail. Our head alchemist friend. You got a tiny tail. Yeah, I never noticed that before. So I don't know how many times the camera's been in the right position and angle to actually see it. Usually when we're looking at him, it's from the front. So you're not going to notice somebody's tail. Okay, get this so we can get the quest marker set. I'm going to say thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out, and we got quite a bit done today. We got what, Tower of Zot completed, which is a chunk in the main story quest. We got, I think I had the Inundation done already. So Sepultura, Fulmination, Furor done. Iconoclasm unlocked. You and the kitty. You and that little black curl. So I'd say we got quite a bit done today. What one did I get? Oh, End of Bastinian. So got a new weapon. So yeah, look forward to doing this some more on Fridays, starting at 10 o'clock Central Time, here on the tubes. Tomorrow, we'll be doing some stuff over on Twitch, with some modded Minecraft with some friends. But until then, you know, if you're watching this on the VOD, give the video a like, give it a subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when I go live again. It's a water imp, so I guess it might be a duck element to it there. Yeah. So we'll do some more Final Fantasy XIV explorations. I do have videos of past Twitch streams going up here on the channel, so you'll be notified when those go up. Double modded, yeah. So it's another cute minion I could drop. Biggie. So yeah, thanks for giving this a watch and a view, and I'll see everybody around the internets. Have a good one.